Time Matters, 5th edition, available. Free ebook download, also available on Amazon and Google. In short, it is about. Only 50% of science is about reality. The other 50% consists of explanations of our perception of reality. Even physics, by describing illusions mathematically, makes them predictable but not real. See Chapter 40 Observer in Physics, Reality versus Illusion. Think of reality as tangible, via instruments, or local. Critical thinking usually allows to find alternative solutions not involving illusions. Check Chapter 43 Mercury Precession without space-bending illusion. Trusting illusions is risky. They can be easily promoted by the mainstream into protected delusions, not to be questioned again. With illusions into delusions progression, mainstream geniuses, often Nobel Prize winners, break Einstein's genius is about knowing when to stop, and with a ban on questioning, they obliterate another Einstein's principle. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Ban on questioning is not new. Otherwise, Feynman would not have said, "I would rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned." By now, results of illusions to delusions progression in modern physics. In real life, Darwin's selection rewards adequate solutions and kills for mistakes. In academia, through grants and reviews, illusions and delusions are often well funded and quietly, sometimes brutally, protected. Even if we forget funding is the main driver for the academia, the situation there reminds of AI space, where criteria for truth originates from experts' opinions who train AI first, then it is followed by AI self-training as a review process. The mainstream operates by methods well known in psychology, like confirmation bias, etc. But there is more to it. Check
That's actually the punchline to a joke about a lying Texas sharpshooter. The joke's about a man who shoots at the side of a barn and then draws a target around a cluster of bullet holes to suggest he's actually a great shooter. When that's done with data, it's called the multiple comparisons problem. When we falsely perceive connections in our heads, it's apophenia. And when you're fitting evidence to a predetermined conclusion, that has a name too. Psychologist Peter Wason coined the term confirmation bias to describe one's tendency to focus on evidence that supports their beliefs and to ignore or reject evidence that contradicts it. Basically, it's cherry-picking the truth, and it almost guarantees you'll find exactly what you're looking for, even if that isn't reality. So, what was the reality?
Half a dozen of interesting lessons learned from the light wave study/history in Chapter 33. This book solves many long-standing problems in physics and cosmology, and provides you with a new, more realistic, perspective on our world. Spacetime is regular space filled with time, and not four-dimensional surrogate. Time is quantum fluctuations, like temperature is Brownian motion, gravity is time pressure. Milky Way and Bob Lazar's craft use the same propulsion. Other practical results like interstellar traveler, Oumuamua mystery solved, etc. Before reading this book, please solve subway riddle. A man works downtown, and he finishes his work randomly between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. Then he comes to the subway, where trains go every 15 minutes in the direction where his girlfriend lives, and train go every 15 minutes in the opposite direction, which is where his parents live. He takes the very first train that comes to the station. But here is the problem. His mom complains that he visits his parents only once a week on average. But the guy responds, and that is true, that he takes the very first train at his station. How is it possible that on average only 1 of 5 days he comes to his parents and 4 of 5 days to his girlfriend? It tests if you can validate your own solution. If you already knew this test, then try Fuse's riddle instead. Let's say you have a bunch of detonation cords, each burning time 1 minute sharp. Each cord burns unevenly, half of it may burn in 20 seconds, but then another half burns in 40 seconds. Unevenness in burning along a cord varies from cord to cord, but 1 minute burning time from end to end for any cord is guaranteed. You have a matchbox full of matches. Start with a warm-up test, how to measure 1.5 minutes using such cords. Then try how to measure 45 seconds with such cords. These tests are about time and critical thinking, and so is the book. Please enjoy. Time Matters, 5th edition.